Good morning, everyone. So, if you saw my last video, I know you're like, what the what? Okay, so I'm going to clarify a couple things. So, if y'all were not sure if what I'm saying is real, okay, instead of starting my videos from the beginning to the end, start from the end to the beginning. If y'all notice, alright, this is how I prove what I've been saying. So the last video I talked about was segregation, right? The video before that was about spaceships. And then if you go down the line, you can see that I actually am starting back at the beginning of how the world started. Segregation means everybody was separate before we all came together. Then space, everybody trying to get out of the space and stuff like that. What happened in no time? So you look at my videos, I literally been going to the future, but telling y'all the past at the same time what's going on. So, yeah, this is amazing, y'all. This is amazing. So, technically, this was what's going on. Alright, we are all together in year 2025. However, depending on what frequency you're on, depends on what time frame you're in. Right now, everyone in the world has a contract. You have a divine contract, and everyone in the world signed it, except for me and Ye. We're the only two that didn't sign a contract, and that's the reason why I keep talking about him, because he is me. Remember the last song I talked about? I said thank y'all to what y'all done, because now I'm in love with me. Okay, he is the male version of me. Alright, that's why I go so hard, because he is exactly me. The level of love that he has for himself is exactly the same as that level of love I have for myself. Alright, so that's why I've been going so hard about it. Alright, but we're the only two that figure this out. Now don't get me wrong, there are others that have learned this process. Okay, he already have a team of people that learned this process. We are on a higher rank than them. They know that they're in a matrix. Okay, they know it. However, they still got a little bit of things they still got to tweak, and then they'll be officially at the same level as us. But they're out of the matrix as well, in a way. They're in and out. They're like straddling the fence still. So that's why they're going to be part of the team, because whoever is high enough, close enough to our frequency, they can be with us. So just to let you know that if you're not part of the team, that means your frequency level is still low, and we'll still talk to you. However, we have to protect our energy levels, okay? Because you will drain us, okay? And we can't add it. So, but at the same time, it takes a lot to drain us. But anyway. So right now, everyone is in the year 2025, okay? 2025. However, your mental is stuck where you having issues at. So when I told you in the last videos how people are mentally segregation about race and all of these different things, based off of what message, based off of what bothers you, that's what year you technically are in. That's the year you're in. So if racism pisses you off, where you still feel like we back there where they was spraying black people with water hose and stuff, your mental is still at that time. That's why I keep telling y'all, just get away from the history. Get away from it. You got the history, and if you keep talking about the history, that's where your mental is stuck at. I don't care how many degrees you have. You're stuck back there in 1960s and all of that, 50s and all of that, okay? Some of y'all back there still, a lot of y'all are still on the plantation, just to let you know, because you're allowing because of the way your jobs are. A lot of y'all are still on the plantation. Alright, don't matter what race you are, you gotta remember, just because we pop out like this, your spirit is what determines where you're at. That's what I said, all of our spirits travel. All of our spirits travel, and a lot of y'all are still stuck back there. So you're still asleep. You need to wake up, because you're still on a plantation, and you need to catch up with your body. Okay, that's why you feel. How many of y'all sit back and be like, man, my back is hurting, my legs hurting, my feet hurting? Because you're getting whipped. You're still stuck in slavery. You're feeling the side effects. You're still feeling the side effects. It's like memory loss is because you're somewhere in the past, somebody probably hit you upside the head and you was in a coma, and that's why you can't remember where you at, because you're still stuck somewhere. Your mental's still stuck somewhere, so that's why you can't remember where you at. Sometimes, some moments you jump in and jump out because you in a coma somewhere. Okay, somewhere back in time you're in a coma and you got to wake up. But in order to do that, I'm gonna text Ghost Dad, Bill Cosby, Ghost Dad. Remember when he was on that cliff and he fell over and he thought he was dead, but his body was still floating around, and he had to find his body. He was in between the dimensions. So even though you think you're awake, your spirit is roaming. So just to let you know, that song Anxiety, your spirit is around you and trying to figure out who the heck you are. Your past lives. Remember I told you The Walking Dead? It's your past lives. They're surrounding you, trying to figure out, who is this person I'm attached to? Some of y'all past lives is attacking you because you went through something really bad, and they're coming at you. And when they attack you, sometimes it's not so much they're mad at you, they're trying to wake you up. They're doing stuff to scare you, to wake you up. They're trying to wake you up, like, wake up, wake up, wake up. So in y'all head, you're going through mental issues. It's like you feel like, what's going on? You're paranoid because your spirit is trying to wake you up. It's like, get up. We're trying to come in, get up. So when it comes to these spirits and stuff, and I said people can walk by, sometimes these spirits, when you're getting to, remember Coco, the movie, and I told you that if you don't remember who you are, the further apart you get, or your family can't stop forgetting who you are in the past, then guess what? You start to drift out. And that's why these spirits are going into other people's bodies, because they trying to find the home. They're trying to find the home. That's why you got other people's spirits running into you, and then when they get inside of you, they fight them, because now you allowing them to control you, and they're fighting you, and they're fighting you and fighting you and fighting you, and you wonder, like, why is all this stuff messing with me? I hear all these voices, because you're hearing voices from their past lives. It's like an allergic reaction. You are having an allergic reaction because the wrong person is inside of your body. And when they controlling you, you wondering why you having issues, because that person is controlling you because they trying to find their home. They trying to find their place. They trying to find out where they belong. And then some of these spirits in their past life. So say for example, a person goes missing, right? Technically they ain't missing, but a person but let's say for example somebody gets sick, and somehow the spirit comes out of the body. They supposed to still be alive, but the family been sitting there for so long waiting for this person to get healed that how many of y'all have people in a nursing home? Family nursing home, y'all don't go and visit them. That is like that. Y'all don't go check on a family member or nothing. Before you know that, they are distant memory. They're a distant memory. So that's what goes on. So some of these people are roaming because they like, I don't know who I am. Who am I? Who am I? I don't know anymore, because the family left them, people left them. They start forgetting who am I? So now they're walking through your body, and you wondering like, why you shifting? Why you having these weird memories and these weird thoughts? Because people are roaming because they can't find themselves. Ghost whisper. What the girl do? She try to help people find their homes. How many times on that show people was like, I don't know who I am. Who am I? Who are you? How do I know you? How do you know me? How can you see me? Nobody haven't been able to see me. How many times y'all walk past somebody and you look at them and be like, hey, how you doing? They like, you see me? Yeah, I see you. You can see me. Yeah, I see you. Because they in the spirit they're like, I don't know who I am. I don't know who I am. Back to when I said about people in these mental institute, and they be like, oh, I'm this person, I'm that person. It is true. It is not all the time, but for a good chunk it's true. They got stuck in somebody else's body, and they don't know how to get back to their own. They know who they are, but their physical form is gone. They came too far out. And this is another thing. When it comes to these evil people, like I said in my last video, what I say, these people went through time and they found all the multi-million-dollar deals and stuff like that. They did that. So what they did was they ciphered people. They manipulated some of y'all. So when it comes to the entertainment world, they manipulated y'all back in the past, and then they brought y'all to the future because they needed something out of y'all to do something else. And that's why y'all bodies are shifting. If you notice how many times y'all sit back and y'all look at celebrities, but they look like somebody from the past, but they ain't got no family connection, because a lot of times it's their spirit that they summons and it's inside. Now your spirit is transferred to the next body. Not all the time, but sometimes. And it's written all on the face. And you wonder why this person look like that person, because that could be one of their spirits in the past life, and that's why y'all look like that. It's in the face. Pay attention to people's faces. If you pay attention to a person's face, if you pay attention and you really care about somebody, go look at family pictures. I bet you go look at somebody's family picture and you notice that they went through a lot of emotional stuff. Look at family pictures. You're going to start noticing they look like a whole different person, because there's another spirit in their body at that time. Yes, there's another spirit in their body at that time. You can see it in the face. Pay attention to the eyes. I know my eyes look small compared to anything. One eye will be looking like this and the other look like that. It look just like that. Pay attention. How many of y'all saw the conspiracy things where those actors and stuff, they all had beat up eyes? Because it represents a demonic spirit. So when y'all saw anybody that has the eyes where they had look like somebody punched them, it represents the demonic spirit inside of them. Why do pirates wear eye patches? Because of the demonic spirit. They actually covering up the godly eye so they can only focus out of the demonic. Alright, this is the godly eye. So they'll cover up the godly eye so they only can see throughout the demonic eye. That's why. That's why they used to wear patches. Because they don't want to hear God's voice. They already took on the deed for the devil. Yep. So anybody in this entertainment, confirmation, anybody in this entertainment business, if you ever seen them with where they had looked like somebody punched them in the eye, it's because of the demonic spirit. What I tell you about my other video, I said it's a pressure in the eye. It ain't so much that they got hit. The pressure of the demonic spirit is pushing through, and it's causing bruising around the eye, because that's how much control that demonic spirit is taking over them. I'm not me directly, but I'm just saying that's what it is. So I've been telling y'all the whole time. So this is what's going on, y'all. I need y'all to wake up. I need y'all to watch my videos so y'all can wake up, so y'all can get out of the system. So even though this is the Matrix and your world looks like this, the Matrix look like this and the reality look like this, okay? But what's going to happen is when you officially wake up and acknowledge everyone is different, and acknowledge that I can't control you, you can't control me. You live your life, I live my life. I accept that we think differently. However, there's something we think the same on. When you start showing love to people, you get out of the Matrix. Now everything's going to start rolling towards you. Like I said in one of my other videos, y'all looked at money, power, respect. You got to respect yourself first. Once you respect yourself first, you receive the power. Once you receive the power, now you can have the money. The treasure is there. This is the thing. Y'all focus on the money part. If you focus on loving you first, you will be that millionaire. You will have all the money and riches. It ain't even about the money. See, this is what's going to happen. Once everybody come together and you do what you're supposed to do, technically money don't supposed to be on the earth. Everybody just go and do their job. So when you walk into a grocery store, you walk in, get what you need and walk on out. Because you just getting what you need. You will learn to not overindulge. So when you walk into the store, you get exactly what you need. So you know how when they have pandemic and may have panic attacks, what people do? run in the store and get all the tissue and paper towel, right? But what will happen now is you'll get exactly what you need for that moment, for that time, and walk out the door. You wouldn't have to worry about paying anything, because the person at the register knowing it's their service to God to help someone else out. When somebody at the hospital, it's their service to God to help someone else out. When somebody in school, it's their service to God to help someone else out. I don't care if it's sports, it's their service to God to provide entertainment to help somebody else out. Once everybody come together, we wouldn't worry about money. We wouldn't need money. When somebody create a car, a design, a person will provide, because you'll realize, you know what? I don't need that expensive tail looking car. Like, I'm gonna just look at it like this. That car costs $200,000. You know, I really don't need it. The $20,000 car is cool enough for me, because as long as I can get where I need to go at, I'm fine. But if you did want to have that luxury, you can. You understand me? Learning to love yourself is realizing I don't need everything to be happy. As long as I got exactly the amount that the basics, I'm fine. Because I got roof over my head, I got clothes on my back, my kids take care of food on the table. I don't have nothing to worry about. But y'all are so focused on the material thing that y'all losing y'all health. You're losing your finances provide for your home and living. You barely can afford clothing. You barely can afford transportation, and you barely can afford food, because y'all so worried about the money, the power, and the respect. But in order to get the true key to life, find you, respect you, love you. And then you will have the key to life to know that once you unlock you already got all the treasures you ever needed in the world. So until then, stay locked up. And whoever want to listen, it's time to open the box so you can enjoy the new world. Okay? So now all your dreams and all your fantasies can be be given. Okay? In order to do all of this, you have to act like a big kid and act like we going to Disney World. Okay? The spirits want me to let y'all know I was the one that created Disney World, by the way. Okay? It was my idea. It was a place to bring families together to enjoy family time and adventure. It was to teach y'all to have imagination the whole entire time. That's it. It was to teach y'all to have imagination. Alright? However, like I said, y'all ain't gotta believe me. You understand what LeVar Burton say, which was on Star Trek? You ain't gotta take my word for it. Y'all have a blessed day.